Hello YouTubers, this is the noobifier. It's Friday and that means Star Citizen Live about targets, turrets, and takeoff with the vehicle experience team, which are Yogi, who works on turret gunnery, John Crew, who needs no introduction, and Richard, who leads the vehicle experience team. Here's what you need to know in 3 minutes and 58 seconds. Ships in VTOL after 310 won't be able to simply sustain a hover. They did say that 310 wasn't fully balanced, but John did say simply that VTOL ships will last longer than those that don't have it. The pilot will see this effect as a buildup of heat that'll cause a shutdown and then possibly a crash. Fixed targeting is getting a buff that was described as a nudge, but Yogi clarified that bullets won't just bend physics. The fixed weapons have convergence, that is, the parallax between the axis of the bore. The layman's term is that the aim on the fixed weapons could be slightly modified so that they would converge. By locking a target, the distance to the target is known and the convergence is set. Yogi confirmed that this isn't auto-aim, it's a mild aim assist to test an initial baseline to balance input controller types. Yogi then confirmed that fixed still has less assist than mouse, but with testing and looking at the metrics, they'll be able to adjust it in the future. John confirmed that there's a HUD refactor that included the building blocks being ported over for 310. The pilot's going to see more detail in the status of their weapons and other important features. John also confirmed that in the future, each ship style would have its own style of HUD. Wind will play on thruster effectiveness because they'll need to work harder and would then overheat sooner. A prevailing wind indicator isn't currently part of the HUD, but they did say that you'll be able to see and hear the wind. Match target speed was taken out of 3.5 and is currently not part of the game. When you add cargo to your ship, it'll reduce performance, and this might possibly prevent you from taking off depending on how much or how dense your cargo is. John said that there would be a clear indicator before a hovering ship would simply shut down. Yogi confirmed that they're going to find a balance between fun and simulation. There were some questions about the level of flight automations to assist pilots within the atmosphere. John said that it may be possible, but these would be more distant additions. Jerk is more impactful on larger ships than 310. Jerk is the rate that the thruster force is applied and is being added to add a feeling of mass when flying. Jared confirmed that 310 is not intended to be the end of flight balance, and then John then confirmed that our feedback is critical. Targeting has been adjusted where multi-crew ships can share locked targets through the turret and the flight crew. The future may expand to add this functionality to ships like the Hornet Tracker, who would manage the painting of targets for a fleet of ships. The 310 pip will still draw 1 pip per weapon type, meaning if you mix and match your loadout, you won't have a single point of aim unless your weapons are gimbaled. Don't worry, I'm going to be doing a video just on that topic. The original HUD had a direction arrow to show the pilot where the target was going. 310 has a new visual indicator by the way of a trail that we should test. Ships with wings can glide to a point, however, the control surfaces are not yet enabled for 310, so you still require thrusters to change direction. In the future, John confirmed that we would be able to disable thrusters and glide based only on the control surfaces. Targetable subcomponents require the components to be added first, pretty obvious. The top speed of ships are going to be getting a balance pass. A HUD-mounted radar altimeter will not be part of 310, but it is planned. They want to add hazard indicators to aid in night flight. That'll manifest as like a visual representation on your HUD. They want to address the death risk of ejecting in atmosphere. I did a video about that. That'll be linked at the end. Missiles and torpedoes won't be affected in atmosphere, but that'll come later. Components in the future will have heat and a capacitor cool-off. They'll speak more about that in the future. Ships like the Cutlass, who have massive rear engines, may require some fancy coding to make them hover level easily. 310 has a new dynamic HUD overlay to ensure that it'll contrast well with the background. The G-Force model that results in blacking out hasn't changed yet, but adjustments are coming in the future. Currently, there are no impacts on the flight performance if you open and close doors, but that'll be modeled in the future. John confirmed that they added and balanced armor values to the fleet. They adjusted the location of some hardpoints so that losing a wing may not take the weapon with it. Temperature won't currently alter your flight, however, that will be added in the future, meaning it'll take longer to overheat on, let's say, a nice world. And they ended by confirming once again that the gravity directly works against your thruster pool and the mass of the ship. That's it. Fly safe and I'll see you in the verse.